Fuentes. This is launch yesterday for IT114. So to go off the basics, the first thing we did was milestone one, where we created the server, the client, and basically we had to test it out. And this was probably going to be this easiest part of the project, which we have, which is already up and running. Let's see, now I already got to milestone two, which basically set up I love the project because I already get to like this started milestone three, which kind of speed things over a little bit, so I actually go back and revert back to what I had, or like just change the like move certain files. Yeah. But yeah, I pretty much got all of this fortunately down. And it took like, took like a large amount of time to do. Then again, yeah, it was just this time for change because I was ahead of where I was pretty hefty projects to do, but it is what it is. See, also three, we had to create a UI. The UI would have been probably, I guess, like a bit easier, or like not easier in the sense where like probably less time consuming because I had it pretty much down. I just didn't have what do you call it, where user would actually input the name and then they'll click the next button or connect button. It wouldn't really send them to the next room. They would just keep them in that same feed where they would be like some of the million stuff. And then first for myself there we had to he was the no what I could have done he needed for this in order for this to be needed the basis of the like thing to it. So I guess we could go to project like the main we go with the basic needs and next to say we go and so like there. There we go. We get the message that both users joined in, loans, and then here, now we go. And with the UI, with the UI, it would have been sort of the same thing. Thing is, you wouldn't have, of course, or you would have this open. It would just be like the first, a separate window. But so here we go. See, which the way the thing to start is uh, okay. Okay, so the only way the game will start is if both users or however many users join the game would have to join the lobby that we're already in. So then step now they both would have to go through the lobby page, which is the go and then we would go through. Um, now the thing is with the UI, it wouldn't be, of course, with the command line or could, but it would be much better with the buttons. And then here we go. So the word, second word is command, and then, well, Rose is the drawer, while Joe is the guesser. And then with the guessing, we have is the blanks, where the drawer will have the secret word. So the drawer would write down the plan, or with the state with the UI with the button, it would be the draw return person to see your experience, nothing to draw this um, this is right. So you would have to be the best to what you just what was it? Yeah, you the word is just directly. Um, use it. This is the word correctly. Um, it will be broadcasted to everyone. Right parents and around early, and then we take the word the host be perfect. And then over here, this would also be in the UI, show everyone who the next person is, and this space would be so let's see next person. Yeah. The way I think it's different stuff. Uh, then I just go, but okay. Let's see. Um, so you go to first go to the client side of things. You where um apps, um which is so here the command will be the draw, and then first debug signal will be right here, and then the draw which will be the grid display. In terminals already too present to see, but then with the UI make it much easier to see the suite. And then here's also the destiny. Of course, once the user actually guess stuff first, we'll send out the gas, it'll go through the server, and then whatever the server gets, uh, like the word, or after like the testament, it would go back to the user and then they're going to determine if it's correct or not. And then we go through that as well, but I'm going to do something else. Use the update, because nothing, some message, uh, reference, payload, second payload. So let's just find it. Here's the case, for draw event, and it's basically more or less the whole thing where when the drawing happens and the guessing happens. So I only need that as one event and not 2 seconds. Here's how we pick. So this would actually be figured out in terms of so like it would be so right here where the jar is, it would basically bring out this thing right on the board, and then it would be basically good spots or like empty spots, and it would basically depict the picture of the object, which was a banana in this case, but I think things screwed over, got screwed over, or I screwed them over rather, because of I was trying to do the UI and create everything, had to move a lot of things. See, at this point, so let's see, you can go to documents. This is where I set the data to settings. And then, of course, set documents. And then this would also be used without the game mouse. Payload. This is set the banks. getting started. Then we go to Fuentes. So this is where this is where I actually receive the word. So right here we reach the file name, which or reach the file actually the file name that we have our words listed. So the okay, apple, banana, orange, elephant, giraffe, computer, keyboard, table, chair, building, ocean, star, moon, sun. Um, but yes, so this is the whole word list, and then the word gets here is just that it picks up a random word in that list, and then makes it, let's see, yes. Basically prints out the word on the server, which is not visible the, to the guessers. Of course, the word is given to the drawer, but not to the guessers. And then, of course, these are debugging statements, and then it would like clear the list, and then it would like reiterate, or not reiterate, it would basically repopulate the list again and to like pick out another word. And here's the word is listed. I use the name generator. If you look at the size of the list, just iterate for each word. And then here, this correct is basically the is how the user actually gets the word correctly. Like if you were to guess either the word incorrectly or correctly. So then we could go to gaming where this is actually surface. So let's see, we can start from I'll just okay, start from here. Okay, so here this method right here send word to jar basically sends the word to the jar and this is debug statement I had basically it's just sending the word to the jar and then it goes to the current play. So current play is actually the variable I made to determine the jar. We get into that later, which is jar ID. So talk about that later. And then blanks to players is the method where I give blanks to the guessers. And then of course current player it will with my determined jar ID. It'll show you how I have to determine who's the jar and who's guesser. But yeah, here's saw these two right here already in the tournament, but these is the method on how I got to it. And then here's the process test, which always happens whenever a test occurs. So if the test was correct, the message pop up correct guess, and then the game would actually come. And then if it wasn't guessed, then the timer would continue go on. This is the server grid. This is what's supposed to. This is combined with the grid I have for the jar whenever they were to draw the object, but did not put it up the way they did because again I screwed things up and trying to make the UI, but it's okay. This is the jar events. This is for both. No, um, but this is for both. It sends it to the jar and accessory. And then this is where I'm going to the jar event. Then this would have, in this case, this would have been the board would be printed out. It would, of course, compare if the client or the jar or whoever, they'll actually compare the client and then the jar to see if the current client is the jar, and then it would go through this method of the server grid, which basically updates the grid with the coordinates and the code that the jar is. And then, of course, it will be broadcasted to everyone right here. I'm not sure why it's not working though. But then, of course, we saw this message pop up. Which, on my restart this, the whole sequence so I could see what was going on with that, but this, it, it should have been, popping up at all, like it should have been the car, like, the whole grid would have been popping up, but it's popped up instead. Handle this event, I already had this earlier, I just had it as a reference to, like, to actually implement it, I like in the process, yes, so this, it's not used. Coordinates, of course, these are those with the grid, and then here's the server grid, the updated server grid on method. So you get the X, you get the Y coordinates, and then you get totally given from the graph. And then it will just turn out the X and Y. There you go, the grid as well, and then this is where the phase actually begins. So it's really circling phase. So if the phase is in progress, which is basically the drawing phase, actually, no, in progress, we can't really do anything. And then the phase would actually change to done drawn. And then this is like at the beginning of the starting phase, the drawing phase, you get to determine the drawer. And then right here, if the jar is -1, which basically is just checking to see if uh, there are no uh, withdrawals at the moment. So if any client ID was assigned to -1, which is highly unlikely, then the game will not start, or the game will rather end actually, and then it's just system will turn out no players are ready to go. But if this is not the case, then we always clear the grid and the boards of the beginning of each round, and then here we initialize the secret word. So this is where the secret word is then given to, or actually not given, initialized. So actually chapter saying like is actually given to the drawer, and then I guess you would have to excuse me, I guess you would have to guess the support. And then over here we ensure that's the rule. See support should populate the word with new words. Please support. So okay. So this is more of a that's more of a like a debugging thing which I have right here. Right here. This is because maybe it's trying to get to I've had difficulty trying to get the super words actually populate for the menu, as it was just getting read as null. But then when I ended up fixing that part, I just left the debug statement just to be safe. We always, yeah, it works out because, so we reached the list, and then the secret is found, and then we repopulate the list again, and then we find out the secret is being changed, but then this also goes inside the back of the line. So therefore, let's let's see. That's we go to it and then hard credit. So right here, send send the word to jar and then send the word to blank to play send blanks to players. Jar ID. This again was also determined by the with my determined jar method, which I'll show you later. And then of course it goes along with the secret word, which is then given to the jar and then the blanks to players with the input that they would get, and if it's correct or not, then it's complete. Round timer out here. Have the game set to 90 seconds, and then if the round ends, like the time it ends the round, and then I have this right here, which updates the users, the amount of time left in the game. This would have been a lot, um, a lot cooler in the UI because then we would have to go through all these messages saying basically the time remaining, but that's what it means. So here's the server grid on the board. at the very. This also shows as a reference to my process gets way. Let's see what that was. No, no. Uh, this would have been useful for the UI, but I sure didn't get it to work. Let's see. Like, so this is where the start basically begins. I commented out the terminal because I already had a start drawing page. I also have how the rounds get set up. And then I initialized the grid here as well. So the whole start drawing page where I have everything set up there will just begin at the start of each, or at the start of each ready phase. And here's the setup rounds where you see right here. It shows who the person is first, and then it'll go through whoever is something person to get the chart. Yeah, that's person is. Hold of turn. Um, this is just at the end of each turn, which we'll see at the end of it. This is basically handling the game of the turn. This ability not used as my use the UI. And here is how I determine, or it actually not determine, it would show whichever player is less on becoming the draw. Here's the method, the cafe drawing, not drawing, nothing with the phase. So the other one, it stops drawing the phase, so it stops the time, and then we have, oh, here, no, there's the end of it. Actually, yeah, it still works out. So it'll showcase the round ended, and then it'll show the secret words to everyone else if the word again is not guessed. But if the word is guessed, then they'll let everyone know who found the word, what the word was, and then ultimately and then like the phase will then go back to the ready phase where everyone had to ready with the UI or with the client command lines it would be slash ready. Uh, so it's not used because I found out actually I did use this to find a good word, but then again I fixed it, so just like it there just in case. And here this is where I determined the fraud. So if there is no ready pairs at all. Uh, it's basically not gonna figure out who the fraud is, because then no client ID is set to like today. No. Here we go. Then we'll go through the current players. And then this is where you see right here. The debugging statement current turnout index is 1, which is the number of the client. And then we'll then go through their username with their client ID. And then they'll say, of course, the next person is. That's basically how it's going to be the drawers. And then we have simple drawer, which is basically the same. It goes in line with the change on and phase. So I did not end up using this because I have the end running method earlier. And phase, into phase, into phase. Let's see what else. I think was much. So yeah, yeah. So that's pretty much the gist of it since I well, I did try working on some of the so let's see if we can start off live. Let's see if I could show like the grid being filled out. I have a good idea of what the achieve, but let's see what else we know. So here, withdraw, you're not allowed to do obviously. So, so there you go. Okay. So, that's weird. So here, I left the blank for the terminal, but then you can see that was the input that the jar gave, and then we use the receive values, so let me turn it around, okay, and then the client board, of course, would be the image, or like the object, and then, of course, would be hanging with the other inputs. It would have been a lot cleaner with UI, but not. So, let's see, this is, I guess, here, so you see incorrect guess, try again, server sees that, sends it to both points, actually no, it just sends it to the guess or send it with incorrect guess, and then, what was it, like, oh, sorry. Um, oh, wow, okay, secret word is phenomenal, actually, wow, okay, I guess so, but yeah, timer ended, the round ended, and then secret word is on display, let's see, then here we go, green matches one, and then shows the who every the next person is. That's pretty short each time shows a week. Or I took like the majority of my time maybe was on see milestone two, trying to get everything to work. And then I just couldn't finish this. But the this basically it again. See if I can do everything. So what could have been the company board. I showed how the network that's as you can see right here, right there, try down, and then when you search on that, a limited amount of time, not a limited amount of time, a limited amount of guesses to guess the actual word. And so yeah, that's basically it. Um, here we go. Technically funny. But yeah, that's just a good course. I for my course, but I mean, couldn't really get it to work. Like the car maybe, but I mean, first since I couldn't get that to work, I couldn't really work on Master 4, which would have been probably like the one that took out the least amount of time success. So check this to complete. Create UI, it can do that. Well, I did do that. I created a page making things I couldn't really get the clients to actually join the lobby or the. But yeah, it's about it in terms of what my project is about, what my project are, right?